Hi guys, welcome to the Denver Rodan Fields event. We are here live. Everybody say hi to Periscope. Everybody wave. It's live, girl. Say hi to your mommy, your daddy. All right, we're getting started here real soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. Our program will begin in 2 minutes.
And your presenters tonight are
Hey everybody, live from Denver. We're excited about this thing.
video other.
I may have just turned this on.
Men in the house, give me a high five. Yes, love it. Yes, welcome everybody. Rodan Fields event in Denver, Colorado. Our presenters again. Here they are.
Okay. Hello, Denver. Hey, listen, it looks like we have a really packed house tonight. So I would ask that if you're a consultant, please stand up and give your seat up to one of our guests tonight. I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. By the way, can we just get a quick show of hands? Who in the room is guests? Oh, great. Congratulations. And thank you so much for coming out. I know that many of you drove a long distance to be here tonight. And we're very excited about this opportunity that we call Rodan Fields. And there is so many wonderful things that we're going to share with you tonight. But I want to take you through just a quick breakdown. We're going to try to get through this thing in 45 to 50 minutes. And I know that there's a little bit of chatter going on because we are switching some seats up. This is an awesome situation to have right now, to have so many people and not enough chairs because of what's going on here in Denver. Now, I want to take the opportunity tonight to tell you a little bit about my Rodan Fields journey. My name is Sam Higginson, and I am the regional director. I represent Rodan Fields as the regional director over the Western United States. And for those of you that don't know what that means, those of you that are guests, what I have an opportunity to do is really to dive in and work in markets like this one here in Denver and other markets around the Western United States to really help build and develop and carry this brand forward in a positive direction. And I have such an amazing job. I get to work with some amazing people. As you can see tonight, this room is just bustling with energy and excitement. And I get to be around all of these people all of the time, and I'm very excited about that. But my journey, I've been in the channel of direct sales for 18 years now. I kind of grew up in it, started right when I kind of got out of college. I started to be involved in this channel of direct sales, and I've had an opportunity to be around some amazing brands. I've had an opportunity to represent some really cool brands. I've been around some great stories. People that have just had life-changing experiences as a result of this channel. 11 years ago, my brothers and I founded a company in this channel of direct sales, and we were having a lot of success, and we were doing some great things. About 3 years ago, we decided to sell that company, but we've stayed on as management. But I got to a point in my life, after that period of time happened, and you start losing some of that heart, some of that passion that you originally had when you were in that founder stage, I started to kind of go through that. And you know, I actually turned 40 next week, and so I'm starting to think about some of those things that are going to happen between the ages of 20 or 40 and 60. And I've always had this goal to make those years the best years of my career, my professional career. And so when I started to kind of get into that period of time where I slowed down, I was starting to slow down, I was starting to get a little bit complacent in my life. You know, things were going great at home. My family is really healthy. I'm a happily married father with 4 amazing children. I hail from Salt Lake City, Utah, or just south of Salt Lake City, Utah. I have a 17-year-old son and then 3 daughters, 15, 10, and 8. And she's like mouth to me, what? I am from Utah, but they are my world. They're the reason I'm here tonight. And I actually have an opportunity tomorrow. My daughter, my 10-year-old, we had no idea until last year. She went to the Hershey track and field meet. She kind of runs like Phoebe Buffet. You guys remember that from Friends? And she was fast. She was so fast, though. She looked crazy doing it, but it was really kind of fun to see. And she gets to defend her title tomorrow, so I'm going to fly home tonight and be able to be to that tomorrow. But I have a great opportunity to be a part of an amazing brand like Rodan Fields, and there were really 3 things that drew me to this company. Number 1 was I had never been around, in my experience in 18 years, I had never been around a brand that produced results the way Rodan Fields does. The people that use these products talked about them so passionately because they had experienced such a great, they had had such life-changing experiences personally. I also wanted an opportunity, when I went down there, I wanted to be a part of a management team that I didn't feel like it was work. I wanted it to be fun. I wanted to represent as close as possible of what the field gets to experience. I wanted to have the experience that we're all having here tonight. And this is just crazy to see the people just piling in back there. It's awesome to see. But I get to be around that. I wanted to be around that. So when I went down there, we have this slogan that we talk about, changing skin and changing lives. And I wanted to know, 1, what that meant, and 2, if they really believed it. And I found out that this company is not just a skincare company. This company is not just a marketing plan. This company means so much more to so many people. And so I needed to know that the management team was talented enough and smart enough to make sure that this thing was carried forward in a very positive way, and I found that to be true. The 3rd thing was I wanted to know that I could grow personally and professionally. And because I was at that point in my life where I was starting to slow down, things were starting to just get slow, and I was getting stagnant in my life, and I needed that growth, I needed that excitement, I needed some vigor to get excited about. And so, I was able to see that I was going to be able to do that here at Rodan Fields. I was going to be stretched every day, and they're throwing things at me all the time, and I love it. In fact, tonight is my very first ever led corporate business presentation like this, so. And I'm really proud of that. But there was one thing that I didn't really tell. I took the job because of those 3 things. The thing that is going to keep me here. The thing that keeps me excited every single day. That allows me to continue to be challenged is the people that I've had an opportunity to meet in the field. Some of them you're going to get a chance to meet tonight. They're going to share with you some incredible things about our company. So I want to kind of take you through just a few things about who our company is and what we represent, and then I'm going to turn some time over to some field leaders. Those are some people just like you that are sitting in a room just like you are right now, or standing. It looks like we have a lot of people standing. But they came to an event just like you did, and they listened to the information, and they listened with an open mind and an open heart. And that's what I hope that you guys are here tonight. I think a lot of you might be in the same situation that I was. You might find that you're stagnant in your life. You might find that you need something to grow. You want to be a part of a brand that means something more than, or that's bigger than yourself, and kind of get out of the way of yourself. Those are the things that I joined this business for, and I think that many of you in the room tonight might be in the same shoes. You might be here on a wing and a prayer to break out of something, or you might want to be a part of this incredible atmosphere that we have. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit about what 2 incredibly powerful women who met in medical school at Stanford University have been doing to incline Women's Health magazine to refer to them as a dermatological dream team. Now, who in the room has never heard of Proactive? Anybody? So, interesting story. I have had one gentleman raise his hand when I asked that question down in New Mexico, and he didn't even mean to. He didn't listen to the question right. He thought he was just supposed to raise his hand. He raised his hand, but the truth is, we know Proactive because of the results that it's produced. We know Proactive. That's Dr. Katie Rodan and Dr. Kathy Fields. They were the creators of Proactive. And like what Proactive did for the acne skincare world, so too is Rodan Fields doing for the anti-aging premium skincare category of skincare. And it's absolutely amazing what they've been doing. Right now, currently, Rodan Fields is the #1 fastest growing skincare brand in the US over the last 5 years. I think that's important. Thank you. I think that's important considering the world that we live in, with the rise in social commerce and the way that the power has shifted. We'll talk a little bit about some of those things later tonight. But that's important to know because it proves that the brand is actually producing the results. Fastest growing company in the last 5 years. In addition to that, Rodan Fields is the #1 premium acne brand in the United States. Again, later in tonight's presentation, you're going to have an opportunity to hear about why that is actually happening. Rodan Fields is the #1 premium anti-aging brand in the entire United States. I think this might be our most important slide because that's why we launched this business. That's what the dream of the doctors was, this anti-aging brand in the United States. And we've become the fastest growing company, or excuse me, the #1 premium anti-aging skincare brand in the United States. Now, in addition to that, Rodan Fields is the #2 premium skincare brand in the entire United States. Now, in 2015, we were #4. In 2016, or excuse me, in 2014, we were #4. As a result of our numbers in 2015, we've climbed all the way to the #2 spot. We've only got one more to knock off with this amazing brand. Now, let me tell you why I think that's important. Because of this, we have just started. You look around the room tonight, we're in Denver, Colorado with about 350 people, I'm guessing, in this room tonight. There is a lot of room for growth. There's a lot of people's lives who will be touched and changed by this brand and by this company. Considering that Rodan Fields is in an elite category with companies like Clinique, Estee Lauder, Lancome, those are the other companies that we're talking about that are part of this ranking system that we are looking at. Those are our competitors. And it's amazing considering that they have been around, they have been involved in the premium anti-skincare business for decades. They're in every department store you've ever been in, high-end department stores. We've been around since 2007. We're only launched in 2 countries right now. Most of the period of time, we've only been in the United States. So this is pretty incredible what they've been able to do, and it's all based on results. Now, I've talked a lot about who the doctors are. And I've had an amazing opportunity to meet them. They are amazing people. They totally represent the brand of Rodan Fields. They really believe in what we are doing. Now, they couldn't be here tonight, even though I know that they would love to be. But we have an opportunity via technology to hear from them, so here they are.
I'm Dr. Kathy Fields, and this is my best friend and business partner of over 20 years, Dr. Katie Rodan.
Actually, we go back well over 20 years. Fortunately, our chosen careers in dermatology have taught us how to take care of our skin. And we expect that's going to serve us well for the next 20 years.
When we started our careers in dermatology, little did we expect where it would take us. From the clinical practice to the creation of Proactive for acne, and now, the crown jewel of our careers, Rodan Fields.
A regimen-based skincare line focused on solving a number of common skin concerns, including the one that eventually touches us all, combating the signs of aging.
Initially, we chose the department store channel to introduce Rodan Fields to the market, but quickly we realized that most of the customers coming to buy our products didn't come because of anything the stores did. They came because of the recommendation of somebody who had experienced the benefits of the products. That's when we realized we could put word-of-mouth promotion to work for our brand through direct selling, and in the process, put the brand to work for so many others.
Being an entrepreneur takes confidence, even when others try to pull you down. But joining the Rodan Fields community means you should never have to feel like you're going it alone. There are thousands who want to see you succeed, including Dr. Fields and me.
So, are you ready to experience the sense of accomplishment and empowerment that entrepreneurialism can bring? We've built the vehicle for you. We hope you join us on our journey.
Pretty incredible people to be around. They have created some amazing products that produce results. And tonight, hopefully you'll have an opportunity to be a part of some of those things. Now, you had an opportunity to hear from them. They talked a little bit about leading the high-end department stores for the world of direct selling. What an incredible timing what this was. In 2007, is anybody in the room, another thing that I never ever see any hands on, where when I asked the question, was the economy a great place to be, or the U.S. economy a great place to be between about 2007 and 2009-ish, 10? Nobody seems to raise their hand in that situation as well. These guys, during that period of time, though, recognized some amazing things that were going on. One of the factors that they found to be true was that everybody that was coming into their stores was coming in because their sister had been using the product, their brother had tried the product and had had huge results. Everybody, it was all word of mouth. So they were spending huge dollars in traditional ad campaigns and weren't really getting that bang for their buck. And so they realized, you know what, this is something we really need to look at. They also looked at their experience from Proactive and knew that people that were calling in and ordering the product were ordering because somebody else had used it and had success. It wasn't necessarily about the commercial that they had running all the time. It was because somebody else had used it and really enjoyed that. So they decided to jump from the traditional way of doing business in the high-end department stores to the world of direct selling. In essence, what they did is taken the counter and they turned it around to you. So everyday people have an opportunity to have dermatological grade products in their bathrooms and to be able to share and be a part of this business owner, be a brand. So the other factors that were part of this was this. We knew at that period of time that there were multiple billions of dollars being spent on anti-aging skincare in the United States, and that number continues to rise. Again, as I said before, a shift in power from the corporations to the individuals. I mean, let's look at social media, the way we do blogs and the way we have review boards and all these different things. Our access is unbelievable, it's unlimited. And when you need something, just tweet at the company. You try to get through their customer service and they're not very helpful, tweet at them. Talk about it on Facebook, talk about it somewhere else. I'm telling you, the shift in power has gone from the corporations to the individuals. We have the opportunity to carry a brand because of the things that we say. Also, the rise in social commerce. We all know that everybody loves to be able to buy something on their phone. We love to be able to do it from our computers. Last year, for the first time in its history, more people spent money, more people bought from the comforts of their homes than they did in the stores on Black Friday. It's a pretty incredible shift that's going on, and I think we could all agree that that's absolutely happening. Rodan Fields provides that e-commerce platform. And then in addition to that, some major breakthroughs in skincare. We've seen some amazing technology, some great things, some of which you'll hear about tonight in this presentation. Now here's what we're going to do. I have a lineup of some extremely talented local leaders. They're going to have an opportunity to come up and talk about the 4 pillars that our company and our brand, our company stands on. Talking about the brand, the skincare products, the business model, and the support that we provide. I'm part of that support arm. We have a whole army of people back at the home office and here in the local market from the field perspective. They're going to provide that support. We're going to have a few local leaders come and talk to you about some of those things tonight. So without any further ado, a great friend of mine, somebody that I met in Hawaii, my first week on the job, they said, hey, you have to take your wife and go to Hawaii for a week and get to know some of our top leaders. This woman happened to be one of those people. And I'm so proud to say that she's a friend. She's hit our very highest levels here at Rodan Fields. She's all the way from Aspen, ladies and gentlemen, Lauren Myers.
All the way from Aspen, so I came a long way. So how many of you guys are planners? I'm a planner. Anybody else a planner? So I had planned to bring a dress and shoes for tonight, and I got here and I didn't have them. So I planned then to go to Nordstrom's and go shopping, so it worked out. So shoes, awesome. But truly, I really was a planner. I knew exactly what I was going to be doing in my whole life, and it was working out pretty well, and I knew it was just going to be picture perfect. I was a pilot in the Air Force, which was awesome. My husband was a Navy SEAL, which was really awesome, and we had 2 little girls, and they were equally as awesome. I mean, come on, they're tough, you know? But then a little bit of heartache started working its way into our lives. And when my daughter was a little bit older than 2, my older one, she was diagnosed with autism. And in that same year, my husband, big tough Navy SEAL, got very gravely ill. And so I was taking care of him too. So this was not awesome at the time. So I started looking for a way to help with the bills, to help myself be something more than the caregiver. And for some reason, that 6-figure part-time job just does not exist. So that's when I heard about this business. And I thought, my friend is crazy. What is she thinking? Like, I would never do that. I don't wash my face. I'm a mom, you know? Like, and let's be real, I was lucky if I brushed my teeth on the daily, so I thought skincare, I'm not sure. Anyway, what really drew me in was how she was using this business to help families in need. And that was definitely something I could relate to. And I thought, you know what, if I can get us out of this situation and help other people do the same thing, that would be awesome. So I jumped in 3.5 years ago and very quickly saw how incredible this company was and these products were and the team that I was a part of, and went from earning back my investment to then covering the groceries to covering my daughter's preschool tuition with one paycheck, to when about 1.5 years in, my husband was hospitalized again for almost 4 months in the year, and we had no other income except mine. I kept us in our house. And that meant a lot. And I thought, people need to know about this. And so I worked hard and have built this up to the point where I'm now the breadwinner. And that is how we ended up in Aspen. And my husband has recovered his health, and he gets to live his childhood dream of being a cowboy on a ranch. I literally have cows running through my yard on a daily basis. Although he tells me they're steer, I don't know what the difference is. And it's been amazing, because now we're actually getting to move to California and live by the beach and be by family. And so, you know, I get to give my daughter any autism therapy and not have to worry about insurance, and let my husband choose what he wants to do. And later this year, we're actually going to be able to start our own nonprofit for other disabled veterans. And it would be possible. Awesome. It would not be possible if it were not for this business. And so while it's not turning out the way I had planned, and it's not necessarily picture perfect, we have choices and options, and that is perfect enough for me. All right, so for me, like I said, I did not wash my face, so I really had to take a look. I'm not joking, like coconut oil, what does that do? So, not a lot. I had to take a step back and look at this from a business perspective, because I had watched my parents start a small business, so I kind of had an idea of what things should look like. And I remember how much time and effort and money it took, not only to build the infrastructure of the business, but to advertise. And one of the things that stood out so significantly in my mind was the media coverage that our company receives through the printed media, magazines, through television, through the internet. And I'm not talking little magazines, I'm talking Allure did a 10-page spread on our company featuring 5 of our products in their best of issue. Now I will tell you, quite frankly, I'm not a beauty magazine girl, but a lot of people are. And what this does for us as business owners is it provides very significant third-party validation, because it's no longer me saying, oh, I promise, these are great, I think they work. It's the media, the beauty editors saying these products do what they say they're going to do, and they very routinely cover us, and we don't pay for any of that advertising. And in 2015 alone, we had 230 million plus media impressions just in that 1 year, without ever paying a penny for it. And so that really raises the bar for us and our products, and really putting us in people's vision, basically. They see how great it is. And not only that, but our business, our model gets a lot of coverage. We were covered twice on Fox Business News and the Today Show, and on the internet as well. We get a ton of coverage there. And speaking of the Today Show, the team that I'm a part of actually was featured to represent the company. And my face was in the clip. So I like to say I'm somewhat famous. I was on the Today Show for like 0.2 seconds, but hey, I was on the Today Show. But basically they were highlighting how we are social commerce leaders. And that is a really effective way to build a business. How many people are connected to a ton of people on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn? Is everybody at least on one platform of social media? I would imagine. I mean, everyone would probably have all their hands up in the air. And not only that, But the leaders of our company, the doctors, were named to the top 10 women entrepreneurs of the decade, along the likes of Sarah Blakely from Spanx, amen. Who else? Tory Burch, I know I've got a couple of her purses. Beyonce, the Queen, Oprah, everybody. Our doctors were there, and success follows success, and I know I wanted to be on a winning team. And so that was something too that happened. Our company has continued to rise up the ranks. The Direct Selling News puts out a ranking for global direct selling companies every single year. And this year we were ranked at number 33. And the reason that things like that happen are because we are putting things out there, putting out good products that do what they say they're going to do. And one thing that was a huge shift for me was when we won the American Business Award for Consumer Products Company of the Year. And that, in my mind, is when we made the shift from being a great direct selling business to just a great business. You know, that is along the likes of Apple and Marriott and Vizio that have won that award, LL Bean, I mean, major companies. So the business world was really taking note of who we were and what we were doing. And not only that, the reason that we're able to be so successful is because the company provides us with such top-notch training. And we're actually recognized very regularly by the Direct Selling Association, which is the governing body for direct selling companies, basically to make sure we're doing everything ethically. We are recognized every single year for the training that we are provided. So the company very much is invested in our success as consultants by providing us the very best. And what put us where we are our products. So to tell you a little bit more about that is a local leader. I'll pass it over here from Denver, Sarah Helms.
Hopefully I can work this clicker right. Okay, so I'm going to tell you more about our products, which at the core of our company, we are a product company. The reason why we're doing so well is because our products deliver. However, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about myself and how I got started in this company. I actually started this company, and my story begins in 2010, a little bit before. I was 24 years old and entering what I like to call my quarter-life crisis. I jumped into my field. I was a high school math teacher. I graduated at the age of 21 and jumped right into the field, started working full-time. I woke up at 24 though, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. I think I just somehow found it out at 24, that my life was going to be this every single day. I was going to wake up, be exhausted all the time, kind of go through my day-to-day in a fog, and I realized that my life is just going to be like this until I retire. And I kind of realized I had bigger dreams for my life at this point. However, I'm sure a lot of you can also relate to this too. To quit a career is not really something you should take lightly, and it was more comforting to actually stay in a job that I didn't like anymore than to make the big decision to quit. However, I will never forget the day. My students were terrible that day, and I walked into work and I was like, I'm done. And I walked into my principal's office and sat her down, and at the age of 24, not supported decision by my parents who just got done paying my student loans. And I told them I am going to quit my job, and I'm going to shut this door and never come back. So that door shut. Fast forward 2 years, I'm 26 years old, and I am still in this quarter-life crisis. I bounced around from part-time job to part-time job. I even tried to go back to school. I really wanted to find something that lit my spark again, but I was really having a hard time doing it. My cousin actually reached out to me via Facebook, which I'm sure a lot of you found out about Rodan Fields that way, and told me I should look into her skincare business, that I'm not working anymore, and that this should be something I do. I looked at her and I said, I might have no idea what I want to do with my 2 degrees, but your skincare business is not it. So I shut her down completely. So now, and don't judge me for what I'm about to say, because some of you are guilty of this as well. But for the next 3 months, I stalked her on Facebook. I liked nothing of hers, but I was following her the entire time. And I'll tell you, it took me 3 months of stalking her on Facebook to realize 3 things. First of all, in 3 months, I am in my PJs still, sitting on my couch, still unemployed, still broke, and unhappy. Like nothing changed in 3 months. 3 months of me watching her, however, I realized that she was happy, she was making money, and she was doing it around 3 kids, under 6, running her husband's construction business, and doing Rodan Fields. And I was like, I'm unemployed and I have no kids. Like, I should be able to do this then. And then the third thing I realized is that I have serious FOMO. And for those of you that don't know what that is fear of missing out. And I was watching this business on Facebook, and I realized I don't want to miss out on this opportunity. This company is going places, and I am not going to be the person whose friends told me about this. I want to be the one telling my friends about this. So I called her, signed up in 7 minutes, and jumped into this business. I'm standing in front of you now with 2 years of this business under my belt, and I can't, like, some days it feels like it's been 2 years, and other days I'm like, this has been a day. I'm standing up here and I can't even believe 2 years have passed. But this business has totally changed my life. I actually just picked up the keys to my free Lexus that I earned. As a teacher, you don't need to Lexuses, you get like the used Hondas with rust. So I've never had such a nice car in my life, and I can't believe that this company is rewarding their leaders like that. But the best part, honestly, is even better than that. My husband actually says it best. When you ask him what this business has done for me, he'll tell you that it's turned me into the woman that I was always meant to be. And I really do truly believe that. I've never been more self-assured and proud of myself, and I wouldn't be here without this company feeling this way. So let's talk about what you're here for, the products. So I'm going to tell you some news. Might sting a little, not sure if you realize, but you're all aging. You're all aging all the time. And this company, though, allows you to decide how you age. You don't have to look your age anymore, guys. And the goal of this company is actually pretty awesome. We want you to be able to choose how you age with dermatological skincare, and we want you to be able to do it in your bathroom. We don't want you to have to go to the dermatologist, take a day off from work, pay the high prescription costs. We want you all to have the choice to get amazing products and decide how you look. So, skin is complicated, but our solutions don't have to be. So the doctors created this multi-med therapy approach. The right ingredients with the right formulations in the right order. And basically, in a nutshell, what that means is that our regimens build on each other. The first step lays the groundwork for the next step. And because of that, these regimens are able to address very common skincare concerns and deliver clinical proven results. Okay, now to our clinical results. How do we know our stuff works? Because we test them. Every product and every tool that we have goes through very rigorous testing to prove its efficacy and safety, which is our utmost importance in our company. So our first regimen I'm going to go over is called Soothe. This is for sensitive skin. Redness, irritation, bumpy, itchy skin. I personally have never had sensitive skin, but over the 2 years I have met many customers and team members who their lives are debilitated by sensitive skin. Like, it can be a very big struggle. And this regimen has not only provided them relief, but it has provided relief and sometimes even in as fast as 5 minutes. On blemish, this is the regimen of my choice. This is for our acne and post-acne marks. The thing I love about this regimen is that it actually combats the whole entire acne cycle. And for me, this is the regimen that I actually started on. I am someone who has battled acne my entire life, and in my 20s, I thought that's when it goes away, but it just showed up again, and it just got worse. But this regimen actually not only enabled me to be someone who would take on makeup to hide behind my acne, to become someone who could actually walk out of the house without makeup on, and actually be proud of the way that I look. Our reverse regimen, who here loves the sun and loves not putting sunscreen on when you're out there? Right? Baby oil, I did that. This regimen is for us. Okay, so this regimen helps with brown spots and dullness. So if you've ever been someone who has laid out and put less sunscreen on and got more sun and you see brown spots and skin pigmentation issues kind of show up, this is going to be the regimen that kind of reboots your skin and gives you that brightness back again. Redefine. So this is our flagship regimen, anti-aging, the reason why this company really even got started. This is going to help with fine lines, pores, wrinkles, and even your pore size. Okay, so Rodan Fields is always on the cutting edge of keeping up with products and innovative tools, and these two products would fall under that category for me. Our first one is our redefined AMP-MD. And talk about the press. This tool is probably one of them that's gotten the most press for us. You've probably seen it on the Today Show, and Ellen actually even called it the best spent minute in anti-aging. And this tool here will actually just really amp up any regimen that you're using, making your results even better. Now, talk about innovative technology. Our acute care is awesome. To not get too scientific on you, these two pouches up here use semiconductor technology, and these little cones get put on these patches, and basically these patches go on your expression lines, which if you can't tell, I express myself a lot, so I use these all the time. And they fill your wrinkles while you're sleeping without the needle required. Okay, so now we are so confident that you are absolutely going to love our products that our products come with a 60-day empty bottle money-back guarantee, and that's guaranteed with all of our products and all of our tools. So we know that you're going to like it, and the products will deliver the results you get. So I'm going to bring up another leader in the field, and the story that I actually just shared with them a little bit earlier is that Rick and Kim Krause were actually one of the couples that I met when I was brand new, probably only 2 months into this business. And they didn't realize the impact that they had on my business at the time, but I sat at a table with them, and they literally gave me the inspiration that I needed to be able to get to where I am today. I don't think I'd be here without having met them and crossed paths with them. And we're not even on the same team, which shows you how supportive this company is, and it's amazing. So Rick, now you're talking about our business model.
Amazing. Thank you. Let's hear it for Sarah. Awesome. And Lauren. And it's so great to have Sam as our regional director as well. Give him another round of applause. So Kim told me if I present and I hold the mic like this, I used to sing. She's like, don't hold the mic like that. So I'm not going to do that. So it is very exciting to be here. Before I start on the business model, I want to hear the testosterone in the room. I want to hear from the guys. Let's hear it, guys. That's it? That's it, guys? Let's hear it from the man in the room. No, we got guys in the room. It's awesome to have you guys in the room. And more guys are getting involved in this business, right? Right? Yeah, let's hear from the women who love seeing men in this business. Right? Yeah, Joe's up here going, yeah, I'm single. No. So it's great to have you guys in the room. So I want to tell you my story before we get in the business model and my journey here, our journey here. Started in 2008, and Sam referenced that. That period of time was bad for a lot of people, and for us it was brutal. Kim was in real estate at the time. I was running the largest semiconductor manufacturer's rep in the Rocky Mountains. We were doing very well. But we also built some custom homes. We had a lot of real estate. And then 2008 hit. And long story short, we lost everything that we'd invested in real estate over a decade. We lost it all in 2008. So we were basically bank accounts empty. Everything I was making at my company was going right out the door. And I tell you that because shortly after that, in early 2009, Kim was contacted by a gentleman, cold call, and she listened to the Rodan Fields story, and she said yes to the opportunity. And I thank her more than you know for just listening and saying yes to this opportunity, because it changed our lives and our trajectory forever. And fast forward 9 months, she came to me and she said, Rick, I want to hang up my real estate license and I want to work Rodan Fields full time. And to be honest, we were still kind of coming out of that financial hole, but I had 100% confidence, we both did, in the doctors and their vision and their proven track record that we agreed she'd go forward with it. Fast forward 3 years to 2012, and she was out earning me for my 25-year career in electronics. Can you get a woo-woo? So that's really cool. But what was really more important than that, it allowed us to focus on what was more important in our lives than what was urgent, right? Before, it was always business first, and then it was family. And it became family first, right? What was important to us became first. And we were able to work our Rodan Fields business around our family life. You know, we focused on our faith and our family and our fitness and finance, and then Rodan Fields around that life. And a really cool thing, I'm sorry, I'm so emotional, is we were able to slow down enough to adopt our little girl, who's 6 years old now, and her name is, and I'll get through this, guys. Kim loves it when I do this. Her name's Bree, she's 6 years old now, and what she calls me is Daddy Ricky Bobby. So it's the best title I've ever had in my life. And now I want to be something clear. That doesn't mean you can call me Daddy Ricky Bobby. Okay? That's just for my little Bree, okay? And what's also cool, what's important is we're now able to help others achieve their goals and their dreams, whether it's $500 a month, $1,000 a month, paying off their car, you know, firing their own boss, you know, retiring. So somebody wants to fire their own boss. Hey, ma'am, your boss is sitting right over there. Retire their husbands, which I highly recommend. We're able to help people do that, and it's just been a huge blessing. Okay, so let's get down to business now. I shouldn't cry about the business slides. So this is Business Redefined, and guys, we are a direct sales company. Did everybody know that? Okay, this is where we lock the doors, and we get you for the next 3 hours. We're a direct sales company. It's a different deal. You get to be your own boss. You get to work on your own time, on your own terms as well. It's interesting, when Kim started, she didn't think she had time for this. She was doing real estate. But she started the business, her customer base grew, her team grew, her paycheck grew. She spent more time, her customer base grew, her team grew, and more time. And we all know that we all make time for things that are important to us. And this became more and more important to us over time. So that's what you get to do. You get to earn as you learn, earn more income based on your effort, your team's effort. You get to connect with others, and you get to achieve huge personal growth. And this was something when I got into this business that really surprised me. But my growth, Kim's growth, everybody on our team, other consultants in Rodan Fields, the personal growth is off the charts, and it's a huge perk. So how do we do what we do? Well, you reach out to your existing network, right? And the guests in the room, what I want you guys to think about is it's not just who you know, right? It's who they know and who they know. And the exponential power of this is huge. And so don't just think about who, you know, it doesn't matter how big your network is today. The other cool thing about this is your network will grow through this business. When I was in the semiconductor business, my network was 40 to 60-year-old male engineers. That was my network. And now my network looks a lot more like what you see in this room. So your network will grow. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, said, the wealthy look for and build networks. Everybody else looks for a job. I want you to let that sink in, right? It's important to build your network. Not only will it help your Rodan Fields business, but it will help you in all aspects of life. And another great thing is the friendships that are developed through this business. Show of hands, who has developed awesome new friendships because of this business? Look around, guys, look around. That is huge, that's powerful, that's beautiful, it's amazing. The friendships that we've made, and by the way, Periscope, we have a lot of new friends on Periscope as well. So you can reach out to everybody. And what I just want to say, when you reach out to somebody, there will be 3 outcomes from those conversations. 1, they'll become a customer and get the best skin of their life. 2, they'll become a business partner because they don't want just to watch us grow. They want to be a part of it. And 3, they might just refer you to somebody in their network. Okay? So that's how we do it. Building your business. So we talked about making connections. Once you make connections and you reach out, then basically you're going to be providing meaningful value to 2 groups of people, to people that are going to become your customers and business partners. And if you focus on that, you will be able to be a successful Rodan Fields consultant. And I view my role my business as two roles, right? One is a product ambassador, so I use the product, I've been using it for 7 years. It works on all our consultants and our customers. And two is a business consultant, helping people, educating them and answering all their questions, and then helping them decide if it's right for them and their family, right? So let's talk about the support real quickly. When you start this business, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You now have the support of a $620 million corporation behind you, right? And I would say that the culture at Rodan Fields is one of abundance and of collaboration, right? And also with all the local people as well, the support is incredible. So the support we're talking about, Rodan Fields wants you to focus on your customers and your business. So they handle all the logistics, all the shipping of product, the return of product. You don't have to carry the inventory. They handle the nursing staff, the management staff, the logistics staff, all of that, so we can just focus on reaching out to people and adding our customer base and adding business partners, okay? So one example of the tools that we have is RF Connection, which basically the doctors say that this website answers about 99% of the questions that they get in their practice on a daily basis, right? So when you start, when your customers start, you can send them here an incredible tool to learn about the products. And then when you decide to join Rodan Fields, we have a Get Started website that shows you everything to do to get started quickly, okay? So I hope that you see that Rodan Fields is the right company in the right business model with the right phenomenal products serving the right market at the right time. And with that, I'm going to introduce my beautiful, super smart, RFX Circle Achiever, wonderful wife, mother of my 3 children, super smoking hot, wife, Kim Krause.
Oh gosh, he's a hard act to follow, isn't he? People always ask me when I'm out with him, how tall is your husband? He play basketball? I just, for the record, I was a basketball player out of the two of us. So guys, if I am like swaying back and forth right now, it's because I just got home last night at midnight from 5 days in Disney World with 3 kids. I brought my 13-year-old son, just turned 13, to celebrate his teenagedom, and his best friend and my 11-year-old daughter to Disney World for 5 days. And we took the 11 o'clock red-eye flight to Orlando, which don't ask me why I was thinking about doing that. And of course we get there, and what do you think they're ready to do? At 6 a.m. in the morning. Do you think they were ready to take a nap, like I was ready to take a nap, and then we hit the parks? No. They were ready to take off and hit the parks, hit the ground running. And there was one point that I felt like, oh my gosh, this is so not the happiest place on earth. This is just not it. I felt like I was at the DMV except on the surface of the sun. It was really that hard. But you know, once I made it back to the room and I took a nap and kind of got my Disney World sea legs about me and started mapping out what we're going to do, guys, we hit 6 parks over 5 days. I rode every single roller coaster. Give me a hands up on that. In all 6 parks, and we had a blast. And why I'm telling you this, because my perspective, and I'm going to sum this business up. I love what you said, Sam, about making your 40s the most, making those your best years. Because I started this business when I was 40, and I've hands down been more successful in my 40s than I ever have in any other period of my life. And I've been able to do that and build that around my kids, which is why I did this. And I had a moment when I was at Disneyland where my daughter was talking about how this day was just the best day of her life. This and this and this, and we got to do this, and we got to get on Harry Potter, we had fast passes, we had this. I mean, she was just going on and on. And my 13-year-old son walked up behind me and he hugged me really tight and he says, I love you, Mom. And at that moment, I had complete bliss, is all I'm going to tell you. And I realized why they call this place the happiest place on earth. Because it's about family, right? I looked around me, and it was all families. People spending time with their kids. And when I started this business, as Rick mentioned, I had room for peas on my plate, guys. I was a busy full-time realtor. I was a developer. children, busy with my church activities, busy with all kinds of things. And I never thought, and I'm going to be honest, I started to make an extra $2,000 a month. I call it a shameless shoe fund, I started just to do that, to see how my life has completely been transformed in 7 years. And it's because I look at that why. The one thing I know about this business is it gives us all hope. And hope is the one thing that we have that will totally surpass fear all day long. If you've got hope of what your future can look like, fear has no chance. And that's what this business has given me. It's given me hope for my family, and it allows me to share that with other people and see their lives change every single day. So I get the opportunity tonight to share with you guys how you get started in this business. It really is quick and easy. So there's several different ways to start a business with Rodan Fields. And I would tell you to get with the person that invited you and go through all of those options. But I'm going to talk about 2 options that I highly recommend. And there are big business building kits. And why do I recommend these? Well, I tell people that first of all, it is the biggest discount you'll ever get is when you start a business with Rodan Fields is when you come in with one of these kits. It's almost a 50% discount. And these kits are really meant to run your business for at least a year. As you heard Rick mention, we don't stock products. Can I get a little whoop on that? Woo! 7 years in this business, and I do not have a Rodan Fields product closet. As a matter of fact, we fight over eye cream on a daily basis. Oh my gosh, can you just order your own eye cream?
So true.
So when you order one of these business kits from us, ladies and gentlemen, it literally is like, Mother's Day or Father's Day showing up on your front doorstep. And it's really the best gift you can give yourself. And you're off when you're ready to get started. Here's the wonderful thing, though, that I love about our company. And even when I started, we want you to be successful. The doctors want you to be successful. I mean, they really take to heart changing skin and changing lives. They really do. So they've always had programs to help you earn your money back. And we have an amazing Fast Start program. And I'm also going to tell you to get with the person that invited you and have them go through that program with you. But to sum it up really quickly, you can earn your investment back twice with us within your first 3 months. That's amazing. That really is amazing. And I know me personally, when I started the business, I earned triple what it cost me to start my business in my first couple months. How many of you have ever started your own business? Raise your hands. Did you earn triple of what it cost you to start your business in your first couple months? Not generally, right? So I always say the risk reward with us is really off the charts, So, without a doubt, we invite you on this journey. There are so many programs available that we have as you're on the road to RFX. We have a car program. And I gotta tell you guys, it is so much better driving a car that you earn for free. Am I right, Sarah? It smells better, it drives better, it does everything better. And I'm not a car person, but it's pretty amazing. I've been able to travel the world with this company. Amazing places like Paris and Bora Bora. Just found out a week ago I earned London. We're going to Australia in a couple months. And we get to take all of our kids with us. We're going to go to Australia for a month. Isn't that awesome? But that is all because of what Rodan Fields has provided for our family. The beautiful thing, though, about this business and the residual income is the success that I've seen that it has on others. And that's what drives me every single day. As I was at the happiest place on earth, our business grew over 30% in that month. And I'm in Disney World, on roller coasters. And while that happened, I just want to recognize a couple quick people. One of my direct business partners here, Diane DeLongchamp, stand up. Get a lead level 5. She's a huge accomplishment in our business. A lead level 5 is really one of the tippy top, promotions in our company, because that means, her team is wildly successful. But another one of my direct business partners also qualified for her very first month, Lexus. Kathy Flavor, will you please come up? This is all while I was in Disney World, and I know a lot of you, so what I want you to do, because a lot of you were from all different teams. Will you just stand up for me if you promoted this month? Stand up. Come on, everybody. If you promoted, if you earned something, if you did something. Yeah. That's really awesome. So I get to, again, close this out, and the last thing I want to leave you with, you heard these amazing stats and statistics from everyone, and I definitely endorse that message of everything everybody said. But the thing that I think that's most amazing that I'm going to say is there's no doubt that we are #2 premium skincare brand in the whole entire U.S. right now, right? I have no doubt, guys, no doubt, we will be the #1 premium skincare brand in the entire United States, and I believe in the world. We haven't even gone global yet. So we are really just getting started with what we're doing. So I'm going to invite you guys to join us, or you have an option to sit back and watch. It really is up to you, because it's going to happen. I promise you, it's going to happen. So I invite you to do that. And with that, I am going to invite Sam Higginson back up on stage, and he's going to close it out for us. Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Let's give it up for all these presenters tonight. They have really made this company what it is. The thing that I love about Rodan Fields is that we've never forgotten who keeps us in business, who keeps the doors open, and it is the leaders. I'm so proud of Sarah tonight for what she accomplished, and she did such a great job. I had a chance to see her last week and then again this week, and Kim and Rick, they've been a big part of my business and my training, and as I've reached out to them quite a few times, and there's just been a lot that we've had an opportunity to go. And then Lauren and I, we met in Hawaii, so it was a really great opportunity to do that. But here's what I want you guys to know. We want you to talk to the person who invited you to be here tonight and find out exactly which kit you would like to get started with. We are always in the business of getting new consultants, those that want to build the business, to see it the way I did, to see it the way these guys see it. We're also interested in having customers. One thing about Rodan Fields is we love our customers. We love for people to use our products and have that life-changing experience. And we also love to have recommendations. We always know that recommendation of a friend is way better than any advertisement, worth more than the millions that are spent. So, in closing, here's what I would like you to know. Talk to the person that invited you here and tell them how you can help us out, how you can help yourself to become part of this amazing venture that we are joining right now. I want to just throw a few things out there. Number one, we have that 60-day money-back guarantee in place. Tonight, as you get started in this business, you'll have the opportunity to get those deepest discounts that you'll ever get as you join Rodan Fields. And then third, the final thing that I want to say is that because you guys have invested so much time in us, we want to invest some time back into you, or something back in you. And we are going to provide a free regimen for anyone that joins our business, those 2 levels that she talked about. Here's what I will say. For those of you that are standing, thank you so much. For those of you that joined us tonight as guests, thank you for coming. I hope everybody drives home safely. I promised I would have you out of here in less than an hour, and we did it. Thank you for joining us tonight. See you later.
Thanks for joining us, guys. I don't know if you see the number, 471 on Periscope. Awesome, big guy. See Did she do awesome or what? Yeah. This is the Periscope. It's live. It's live streaming. Hey, Sam. Suze, what'd you think? over.